Objection! Hello, every pony. I'm MasterCode, your ace analyst, and today we'll be going back to Tell Your Tale today. And it wasn't until recently that I finally caught up on the rest of the episodes. Now, as you guys know, my overall feelings on Tell Your Tale is that at best it's okay, but mostly forgettable, minus a few standout episodes, which you can check out after this video. Anyway, with G5 cancelled, I was curious about how the remaining episodes of the series would be. Spoiler alert, it didn't leave much of an impact. Which finally brings us to today's episode and the final Tell Your Tale special, the Petal Gala. So how was it? But let's go ahead and see what little works, what mostly didn't. Without further ado, let's dive into the Petal Gala. So the gala is being organized in Maritime Bay by Pip to show off and celebrate young artists all around Equestria. The theme of the gala, if you couldn't tell by the title, is anything Flora related, and we get a montage of them setting up the Bright House.
The party's just begun.
This is the part where I comment on the song, but because pop is 98% of G5's song repertoire, and therefore they all blend together, the song is, I guess, okay. We then get to the story actual when a door opens up in the Bright House and out comes a mare named Odessa Evensong, who is pursued by another pony we'll meet later. So, what's the first thing this pony decides to do in this brand new, unfamiliar place?
I think I'm going to stop standing up now.
Oh yeah, because that's the first thing I would do in an unfamiliar location. Just chill out on someone's couch and take a nap, not knowing whether or not I was in a 100% safe place or be in the home of someone potentially evil. If she had passed out, that's one thing, but voluntarily sleeping in a strange location is just dumb. Of course, the others find her and...
What's going on, guys?
After every pony calms down, the main six ask who she is, but they find out that she has amnesia. Remember this, because it'll come back to bite us, and sooner than you think. Misty, of course, takes charge in comforting her.
These ponies took me in and helped me figure out who I was. I'm sure they'll do the same for you. Of course we will.
Which proves once again why she is the best and only developed character of G5. With her learning empathy after being under Opaline's hoof for so long, and is able to connect on an emotional level with ponies who are lost in some way. It's a nice little scene. Her empathy triggers every pony's magic, which also triggers the Bright House's magic, which surrounds Odessa in it, and she gets a bunch of memories back. Okay, Storytelling 101. First off, amnesia is one of the most hackneyed and overused plot devices in media. It's an artificial barrier to hide information from characters and the audience. Oh, this character has information that tells other characters and the audience about something important, but we can't have them say it just yet. What do we do? I know. Let's say they have amnesia. Yeah, that's it. It's simply a lazy way to pad out the plot when writers can't think of a good logical way to reveal something. Second, how did she get amnesia? Okay, yeah, Easy talks about the whole amnesia thing, but that was just a one-off joke. A joke that was admittedly pretty good.
Achoo! Oh no, where am I? Who am I? Oh no, not again!
Third, you just went through the effort to establish Odessa has amnesia to hide aspects of her life from everyone and the audience, only to have parts of her memories to begin returning to her only 2 minutes later.
That was pointless.
Okay, to be fair, she doesn't remember all aspects of her life, but the point is the amnesia aspect still ruins the story, as we'll see later. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, she's from the future. We then get another musical montage. Again, song was okay, the stage is set, and Odessa uses her magic to complete the scenery, which triggers another bad memory.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Apparently, Odessa also knows a brand new song that Pip had never sung before, which leads to the two agreeing to sing it together at the gala. Anyway, do you know what comes next? Can you guess? Montage! We get a makeup dressing montage. And I just realized we've had 3 montages and we're not even halfway through the special. Anyway, we finally get to the gala where things seem to be going well until the future door in the Bright House opens.
Somebody once told me
Thus, we reveal our main antagonist of this special, Zinnia. Now, here's where I said the whole amnesia thing hurts the immediacy and dramaticism of the plot. And I'm just gonna say it, Zinnia is actually the worst villain of G5.
God help us!
I know, right? Who thought it was possible? You know, at least Opaline was on the precipice of conquering Equestria, and Allura controlled an entire town to do her bidding. Zinnia is no different than a villain of the week, and it all comes back to the whole amnesia element. She comes in acting all large and in charge to intimidate Odessa, but the thing is, we know nothing about her, and she only appears in the last 7 minutes of the special. There is no menace to this character. You know what would have worked? Is dropping the whole amnesia shtick, and when Odessa first came through the portal, she immediately runs into the main six saying that she escaped from the cruel Zinnia and went into greater detail about how miserable she was and how mean that mare was, combining that exposition with the triggered bad memory she had earlier. This not only fixes the pacing and flow of the story, but also allows time for other character development or talk about the future. As is, Zinnia is just a power-mad jerk, nothing more. Which leads into something I really haven't talked more about yet, the fact that Odessa is from the future. Do the main six not have an inkling or even the slightest interest about what the future is like? Is there still peace between the three tribes? Any other pony races return to the world? Or are there any ponies that they could help in the past to fix the future? Something? If anyone from the future would arrive in the past, logically past beings would be a little bit curious to know about the future, both the good and the bad. But no, none of these questions are asked because we have no time to discuss it because the writers wanted to have an amnesia gimmick, which doesn't pay off at all.
Well, that was pointless.
After Odessa refuses to return with Zinnia, the gang runs to her aid and fights back. And I will admit, this battle scene, despite the lack of animation and effects, is actually really awesome. The angles are dynamic, every pony contributes in their own way, cuts are fairly quick, making it chaotic yet still easy to follow. And the powers and moves every pony does are also equally dynamic. And it also lasts a good 3 minutes, making this probably the best fight scene in the entirety of G5. Zinnia is defeated, and the Petal Gala goes on, leading to the song number Level Up, which we've already heard 3 times by this point, and then we sing it again for the 4th time when Odessa goes back to the future, which leads into the other problem being that you overexpose the song. Let me put it to you this way. You know the episode Main Attraction? Well, imagine if Ra Ra sang The Magic Inside 4 times in that episode, from the flashback of her as a filly to her final performance. When you play a song too much in the show, it loses its specialness or uniqueness after the 3rd time, because you've heard it so many times in a 22-minute setting. In the Petal Gala, we hear the song a grand total of 4 times, and I'm counting the initial time in the Bright House. And while it's okay, it loses its specialness by the 3rd or 4th time and just comes off as repetitive to pad out the plot. Let's wrap this up. So that was the Tell Your Tale special Petal Gala, and boy, what a waste of time. It's got some interesting concepts like ponies from the future, but the story squanders its potential with hackneyed writing elements, less than stellar pacing, excessive montages, and the real big positive I can say about this episode was the battle scene, which was awesome. That's it. And just like every other Tell Your Tale special, this one was just forgettable. And that wraps up things here, so for more MLP content, Let's Plays and whatnot, be sure to like and subscribe. Well, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, and see ya!